Thank you. Please be seated. Now we will have the bell ceremony. Captain Zimmerman will explain the bell ceremony and its significance within the fire service.
The fire service of today is ever-changing, but is steeped in traditions over 200 years old. One such tradition is the sounding of the bell. In the past, as firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of that day's shift. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell, which summoned these brave souls to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow man. When the fire was out and the alarm had come to an end, it was the bell that signaled to all the completion of the call. When a firefighter had died in the line of duty, paying the supreme sacrifice, it was the toll of the bell that solemnly announced a brother or sister passing. We utilize these traditions as symbols which reflect honor and respect on those who have given so much and who have served so well. To symbolize the devotion of these brave souls had for their duty, a special signal of 3 rings, 3 times each, represents the end of their duties and that they will return to quarters. And so, to the recruits of 2401, your initial training complete, but your fire service education has just begun. The bell will now toll, signifying that Class 2401 is in service, ready to respond. Make us proud. All uniformed personnel, attention! Present arms. Order, arms. Please be seated. Our next agenda item will be the Academy Pride Act. Retirement. This act was presented to the Recruit Academy during the first week of Academy, and from that day on, it's on to the recruits to carry, display, and maintain this act as a condition that represents the collective pride of their academy, as done by the Academy's men. The firefighter tools are the lifeblood of the profession. Rusty tools and unattended equipment erode company pride. It's now time for the Academy to present their Pride Acts for final inspection by the Vanguard. Presenting the acts on behalf of Academy Class 2401, Mr. President.
Welcome, everyone. 4 weeks ago, the recruits in front of you started Academy. The recruits came with a diverse background, including a nurse, a Costco worker, a UPS/DoorDash worker, correctional officer, restaurant manager, private EMS, other fire departments, military personnel, and even an audiobook narrator. The recruits went from these previous professions to a paramilitary training program, learning about marching, saluting, rank structure, chain of command, and a whole lot of burpees. From there, we went straight into wearing bunker gear, learning how to survive in the worst possible environment. with no visibility, exhausted, and running out of air. Attend the fire academies to learn the basic skills for all qualifiers. When someone calls 911, they're counting on us to solve their problem. There is no 1011. No one else is coming. You are it. Over the past 20 weeks, recruits have taken multiple written tests, practical tests, certification exams, rigorous team evolutions. Each written exam and practical exam is worth 50% of your overall grade. Recruit class 24-1 has finished academy with an overall average of 94.5%. This class has been under pressure since day one of the academy and has performed to the highest levels since that day. There's a lot of work that goes into running an academy. The other RTOs that volunteered for the task was Captain Aaron Zimmerman, Engineer Todd Plummer, Firefighter Matt Rogers, Firefighter Kylie Anderson, and Firefighter Morgan Hearn. I would like to thank my fellow RTOs that put in the long hours ensuring the recruits are ready. As RTOs, we would not be able to fulfill the demands of the Fire Academy without the full support of South Metro. On behalf of all the recruit training officers, I'd like to say thank you to all the individuals and departments within South Metro that help support the success of this academy. Now to the recruits. Time has come to put this chapter in your life behind you. With this chapter closing, you have a lot of work ahead of you. Treat every day as a learning day. Take pride in what you do to make us proud. As former Chief Jackson said, leave it better than found it. Now I'd like to bring Recruit Training Officer Kylie Anderson on stage for the introduction of Academy video.
Hi all, thank you for being here tonight. So I'm sure you heard lots of stories, some good, some funny, some maybe hard to hear, and hopefully that we all came across as very courageous recruits. But for the last 20 weeks, our PIO, Brian Willie, has taken various photos and videos documenting your recruits' success throughout the academy. So this is a video thanks to Brian Willie. Thanks again. Hope you enjoy.
Everything you guys can see right now is South Metro District. I wish this was 10 stories higher, because still everything you see would be South Metro's district.
This moment is not just a culmination of rigorous training and hard work.
All eyes on me, 2 claps up, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We serve all the people that are living their lives or even driving through our district every single day.
Keep the mission, the vision. Fear no pain.
Fear no pain.
It takes a special person.
It's a special person.
Let us escape. We're not gonna work. And things get whacked. I have no fear. Because my brother's got my back.
Look at all these homes. Think about how many kids are in these homes. How many families are in these homes?
It signifies the beginning of a noble journey dedicated to serving our community.
Oh, they just still make me feel older. My body makes me feel a little older today.
Every single person out there you can see is counting on you on the first day.
Your dedication, courage, and unwavering commitment to excellence have brought you to this milestone.
Should not be taking this lightly. This is not a job to be taken lightly. These people are counting with you.
Through 20 weeks, we have honed our skills and embraced the values that define the firefighters of South Metro Fire Rescue.
I want you to think about your family living in this first two. One of these houses you're seeing out there, and one of these vehicles driving through right now. Think about your family being in that vehicle.
As we reflect on the challenges we have overcome
Come on, 28, 29, come on, 30.
during our time at the Academy, let us not forget the sacrifices that you and your families have made throughout these long days and longer weeks.
A good piece of advice would just be, just kind of embrace the grind. I mean, the academy's long, there's days where it's really hard, you're tired, lots of days like that. So just embrace everything and remember why you're here, and why you want to do this job.
Remember everything we did here and how hard it was and how fun. Don't forget that. Don't forget the love of the job.
Like stay hungry. That sounds cliche, but I would say keep doing what we're doing, keep working hard.
So learn from your mistakes and always lean forward with aggression, recognizing you're going to make those mistakes. Do your best in all cases, and you'll probably work out.
To every academy, we fly the academy flag. That lets all these people know that you are training to come safe. That you are doing your best here. That way someday, if they ever have to call upon you, they know what they're getting. They know that they're getting the very best from South Metro.
Fear no pain! Fear no pain! It takes a special person! It takes a special person! Play this game! Play this game! Wow.
20 weeks of burpees with the homies is enough to forge kinship amongst your fellow recruits.
Sorry. That was on me.
Forward, march! Whether it's getting yelled at for not knowing how to march properly,
Right, left. We're going to take everything out, we're going to put it on.
or being unable to put bunker gear on in time within an hour of receiving it.
You all almost made time.
Just doing it right. As soon as we called out of time and started freaking out, things got weird.
There was plenty of sweat equity that Academy 24-1 built up over our time.
Swelling pretty bad. I feel sore on my mandible, which is new.
The good thing is I'm already married, so I don't have to try anymore, so she's stuck with me, so I have to both face it on.
But today is not just about looking back. It is also about looking forward with anticipation and determination.
It's a time and place for everything, but regardless of what we do,
Rescue District with courage and compassion.
We're not gonna work! We're not gonna work! And things get what? Things get what? I have no fear! I have no fear! That's my brother got my back! My brother got my back! 2 claps! Who can that?
Good job, Ryan. All right. Recruit class 24-1 chose one of their own to present on their behalf. Please help me in welcoming recruit Christopher to the stage.
I'm honored and humbled to stand here as the class representative for this amazing group. Most people that know me would consider me a man of few words. In general, I feel that an abundance of words and flowery language can cheapen the words and, more importantly, the message. So tonight, I don't have a long speech. In fact, I really just want to say 2 words. Thank you. I want to thank the Lord that we are all here tonight. There have been various degrees of hardship and trials, but we made it. I want to thank my wife for all the work that she's done, taking care of our home and our children, allowing me to put 100% effort into Academy. But not just my wife. Everyone up here tonight has some sort of support system in the background. Husbands, wives, fiancés, boyfriends, girlfriends, family or friends. Thank you all for the support you have given us over the past 20 weeks. I want to thank my daughter for calling me out. I want to thank the coaches. Thank you for the training, the feedback, and the tips, all to make us harder to kill. And thank you for making us experts at jumping jacks. I want to thank all the adjunct instructors and SMEs who came in on shift or over your 4-day to share your knowledge with our academy. I want to thank the RTOs. Thank you for the early mornings and the long hours, for instilling in us a sense of pride and ownership, and for being intentional in everything, from the smokings to the encouragement, all to make us better firefighters. And as we continue our education, I want to thank all the chiefs, captains, lieutenants, engineers, and firefighters who will continue to pour into us, providing us with your wisdom from decades of experience. But tonight is about you, 24-1, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the blood, the sweat, and the tears. I want to thank you for the laughs and for the friendships. It has been a hard 20 weeks, and there's been plenty of type 2 fun. The kind of fun you only realize is fun after the fact. But because of all of you, this has been some of the best weeks of my life. Awesome. Thank you for always stepping up and taking on jobs that no one else can. Taylor, thank you for recognizing ridiculousness and not putting up with it. Connor, thank you for your humble, quiet confidence. You've excelled in every aspect of Academy, but never needed to talk about it. Colin, thank you for your competitiveness. It makes everyone around you step up their game. Greg, thank you for being willing to share your experience and knowledge with anyone. Jay, thank you for your energy. It is infectious. Rob, thank you for caring about yours and everyone else's health and safety. Jordan, thank you for being a genuine friend. Andrew, thank you for having passion in all your pursuits. Courtney, thank you for always being willing to help troubleshoot problems. Gabe, thank you for being able to make light of any situation. Josh, thank you for your smile. At times, this job will try to take it away from you. Do not let it. Matt, thank you for bringing perspective from a diverse, unique, and talented background. Sam, thank you for being open-minded and responding to criticism and helping me. It will take you far in your career and in life. Dad, thank you for being willing to do things for the team, even when it was not what you wanted to do. Cameron, thank you for not letting setbacks keep you down. Sam, thank you for never being content with your skills and always trying to improve. Jake, thank you for being so steadfast in your positive attitude. When I was a kid, I had a sports poster on my wall. I grew up in Durango, and there was a weird sports poster. It wasn't the Broncos or the Rockies, but it was the U.S. National Whitewater Canoe Kayak. Regardless, the poster had a saying on it that stuck with me. The whole is greater than some ballparks. You all bring things to the table that make this team stronger. And I want to encourage you to continue to bring those things to your new shifts, stations, and crews, making them stronger in the process. 24-1. This is the last time that we'll be together as a group working toward this goal. Thank you for the opportunity to do it with you.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the award presentation. For the Academy Awards will be Recruit Training Officer Matt Rogers, Recruit Training Officer Todd Plummer, and Strength and Conditioning Coach Chris Shepard.
Good evening. My name is Chris Sheckler. I'm one of the strength and conditioning coaches here at South Metro. Myself and Coach Eddie Yoon and Coach Tommy Gayfield work in the Wellness Bureau, and we have the honor of working with these fine recruits every morning on the PT element, the fitness elements of their recruiting academy. So they got to see us every morning at 06, and they did a great job. Congratulations, y'all. Made it. If we look back to February, right, a dark, cold morning in February, when we first met with you guys in the classroom, and we laid out some expectations for you all. We shared one quote with you that hopefully stuck, and that quote, I think, already got brought back up, and that's that strong people are harder to kill than weak people, and they're more useful in general. And after 20 weeks of hard work, I can confirm that you as a group are definitely stronger. You are fitter, so I'm confident that you are harder to kill. And with all the skills you've learned in 20 weeks, you are absolutely more useful to the people who lose, right? One interesting stat I think that really shows the hard work these people have done every morning for 20 weeks is when we do our academy testing. Part of that is a body composition test, and it basically estimates how much body fat you have, how much muscle you have. This group collectively, as a group, we lost 75 pounds of fat over 20 weeks and replaced that with 72 pounds of muscle. So absolutely, you are more useful, right? Okay, so we told you also in that talk that you were supposed to bring two things every morning. That was an all-in attitude and an all-out effort. The rest, you can't control. And you got to do that. So for that, thank you. The effort was there, the attitude was there, but now this is just the beginning, right? You already got it said, this is just the beginning of your career in the fire service, or at least your career at South Metro. So now, like with any foundation, it's meant to be built upon, right? You don't just leave a foundation to lay unmaintained and unbuilt upon. So from here on out, it's incumbent upon you to take care of your own health and fitness. South Metro takes health and fitness incredibly seriously as a department, and you should leverage that. All the opportunities and resources for you, please take advantage of. And the reason the department takes health and fitness so seriously is mainly two big reasons. The job you're doing is hard. It's physically very hard. Not all the time, but it can be, and you have to be ready for that. Being stronger and fitter goes back to the being more useful thing, right? It makes you do the job better. And at the very least, it makes the job more easy to handle physically, right? If you're strong and fit, so it takes less of a toll on you. So keep improving. The second one, the health implications of just being fit are undeniable and they're important. The main reason we harp on that is because we want you to have a long, healthy career here, healthy, productive. We want you to do everything you want to do in your career here, but we also want you, at some point, you got to turn the page way down the line from here. And we want you to be happy and healthy when you retire as well, so you can enjoy it. Being fit makes huge contributions to that. So the charge here, keep it moving. Keep up the hard work. Use all the resources that you have. Rely on your coaches. We're not gone. We just don't get to see you every morning at 6. So you guys hopefully learn some stuff that you can take away. Thank you guys for the hard work, and just keep it up. So the award I'm here to give is the Fittest Recruit Award. So for those that don't know, we take the recruits through a pretty full testing battery at the beginning of the academy and then also at the end of the academy. And we test muscular endurance, muscular strength, power, body composition, and cardiorespiratory conditioning. So I think all in, it's comprised of about 9 different tests. We take all the performance on those tests, we plug them into an index that we wrote up, and it basically spits out an overall score of fitness out of 5. You can kind of think of it like a GPA, but 5.0 would be a perfect GPA. And that would be on par with what you would see in a very high level performing athlete, not just fire service, but just overall, I would call it an elite athlete. And this recruit scored a 4.71 out of that 5 scale. So that's a very high score, and it's the highest score in this academy, which makes it a really objective process to award the fittest recruit to Josh Medina.
Evening. Our next recognition is for top recruit. This is voted upon by the recruits. Our award winner for this one, to make it even more impressive, he earned the trust and respect of his recruit academy with 1 hip, 1 hamstring, 1 pec. Jake Beagle.
Good evening. Final award for the night is that of valedictorian. Over the last 20 weeks, the recruits have spent countless hours on the drill ground, learning invaluable skills, but they also spend most of their own free time studying these skills as well as a substantial amount of written material. At South Metro, we expect a lot from our recruits, both mentally and physically. Recruits were tested on both physical skills and written knowledge throughout the academy and held at a high standard of passing rate of 80% for both. With a class average of 94%, the honor of valedictorian is very close. With that much separation between first and third at 0.35%, and the difference between first and second at 0.01%. With that information, I'd like to present the award of valedictorian for the class of 24-1 to recruit Chris.
Now we will move to the commencement address for recruit class 24-1. Please help me in welcoming Deputy Chief of Emergency Services, John Curtis.
Good evening, everybody. Some tough acts to follow in this show. I'm humbled by the opportunity to speak with all of you tonight on behalf of South Metro Fire Rescue. Academy graduations are truly one of the most special evenings for us, as we are all starkly reminded of why we entered this profession. While those reasons might vary, they show up in the faces of each and every recruit that has endured the last several months. We're incredibly proud to be sitting here in front of their friends and family, as you all should be. I'll certainly try my best to send you out with a few good words. This organization has taken a multitude of ideas and applied theory over the years and converted them to actionable items that are played out in the form of unquestionable customer service, both externally and inward facing. We pride ourselves on being able to provide unmatched and exemplary care to our citizens of our district, while providing an environment for those doing the work that is challenging, rewarding, sustainable over the duration of their career. In conjunction with our professional firefighters union, we are continually working on those initiatives centered around health and wellness, cardiac health, cancer prevention, physical fitness, mental health, and competitive benefits that will continually attract and retain the most important piece of what makes South Metro the employer of choice, our people. The human capital investment and how we take care of our own is our top priority. We are consistently inspired with our men and women who continue to meet high organizational expectations. Through the execution of regimented training, preparation with diligence, and the flat-out desire to serve others in a profession that is clearly one of privilege and acquired public trust. A direct result of the work put in by the many individuals you'll be working alongside with at South Metro and by those firefighters that paved the way in decades or centuries past from around the world. Don't ever take the public's trust for granted, and better yet, please eliminate the risk of compromising it and its security by those that have gone before you. Use common sense and do the right thing, always. Our job as leaders in this organization are to find ways to establish the mechanisms that best represent who we are as a fire department. The large majority of that focus centers on our genetic blueprint and how we can best support and extract the wide ranges of talent, experiences, stories, skills, and leadership that will continually set us up for success into the future. A wise colleague of mine continually reminds me that during difficult times or significant challenges, to always remember to focus on your people. Bring them up, challenge them, test them, support and engage with them. Focus on your why, your own motivations, your pillars, what keeps you going every day. I realize you spent the last several months engaged with a group of recruit training officers that offered you nothing but their best. Every minute, hour, and days of those long weeks. Their desire for the job and passion for instructing are second to none. Let's go ahead and recognize their work led by Lieutenant Travis McConnell, Captain Aaron Zimmerman, Engineer Todd Plummer, Firefighter Matt Rogers, Firefighter Kylie Anderson, and Firefighter Morgan Hurd. Remember that they gave you everything that they had. Also stay reminded that this place is made up of divisions and bureaus that do just that. Give everything and work tirelessly in the street and behind the scenes to ensure you're taken care of. Just remember that this organization prides itself in all areas and that we are supporting you all, like I know you'll be doing the same when you begin your journey on the line shortly with the incredible men and women that make up our line membership. I encourage you to get back to this job in ways that you're able, be professional, accountable to yourself, those around you, and to this organization. Be compassionate always and stay engaged. We all know that a lack of engagement can lead to complacency, to which in this profession there is little to no room for, rendering steep consequences. There are many moving parts at South Metro, and remember that we are all on the same team, the same mission, to provide customer service at the highest levels. This might be the most important part of this address, so please try to pay attention. Your families, your close friends, your kids, spouses, wives, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, parents. They are all the ones who are here for you the most, unequivocally, supporting you unconditionally and in ways you might not be completely aware of. You need to pay attention to those relationships. They know what you're doing is noble. They also know that there is great risk with you going to work every day. Be there for them and find the balance. Of course, we're going to push you to be committed, within the organization, but I need you to be even more committed at home. Your families are your biggest fans, and you simply need to be fine perspective to understand the shoes there. As you go to work on a holiday, miss a birthday, an anniversary, or any other important occasion, which will happen. It's not easy from the other side, so just be cognizant of that. Do me a favor and give some thanks to all your families who have supported you, and quite frankly, as I'm aware, put up with you over the past several months. Each of you, the men and women of Recruit Class 24-1, have completed a significant step early in career journey by completing this academy. I've been fortunate to witness this as a peer as well as an RTO for 2 academies. The range of emotions can run the entire gamut. I'm sure you can each fill in the blank as to what those were to you, some appropriate and some not safe for this venue. I would hope that the accumulation of this step, you're now completely focused on the reality setting in that you're about to do the duties of firefighter for real. No more burned buildings, no more mannequins, Now you'll experience fire behavior and smoke conditions that can't be duplicated on the drill ground. Roofs or floors that will actually collapse. Rescues that will require you to throw a ladder in a timely manner, because if you don't, those people will suffer. Some patients will unfortunately have a desire to harm you when you arrive to render care. Extrications and auto accidents on the highway will pose multiple risks to you and your brothers and sisters. Through all of that, you'll have to walk into people's homes literally on their worst day with the expectation to be at your best. Every single call. Those are the expectations from our customers that live in our district, and that's the expectation for me. Mistakes are bound to occur, and that's okay. What isn't okay is lack of effort, laziness, or complacency, or simply treating someone poorly. These last few sentences aren't designed to be a scare tactic, rather a reality check that it all starts now. You're also as prepared as ever and ready to hit the ground running with some of the best people in the business who will continue to show you the South Metro way. Take care of your fellow crew members like family, because they are family. Have each other's backs, look out for one another on that highway or in that apartment. Make sure that your crew is intact. When it's hot, there's no visibility in that basement. Do those things and you'll make this difficult, dangerous, risk-filled job look much easier than it really is. Be there for one another, take care of your people. And be the attributes that is of most importance. Be resilient, be humble, and be courageous. Find ways to take the hardships of the job and continue to strengthen and sharpen your own iron, along with those around you. Challenge them, thank them, display grace. It's going to be tough at times and filled with bountiful rewards in what you're doing for your fellow human in ways that I can't describe to you. You are the neighborhood superhero now. Make sure you give those kids a high five and look up to you in adoration and amazement. Give out the stickers, take the time to engage with your community. Be all those things, but at the same time, take care of those superpowers and take care of yourself. Physically and equally, if not more importantly, mentally. Our culture has shifted to make this a priority and to take care of those that will struggle. Yes, strong, but don't ever let yourself get to that place and know that we're going to be here for you, just like you are to our community. And you have our commitment on that. To conclude, I went back and forth about some meaningful leadership quotes and statements I believe in or hold dear to my heart. Certainly there are a lot of those. Instead, I felt it's appropriate to share a quick and deeply meaningful story with all of you. I'll focus quickly on the purpose of sharing this, and that the impact each of you have on the people who call for you are profound. On every single call, no matter how significant or insignificant they might be in your mind. In November of 22 and 22, I lost my father unexpectedly while he was at home with Mom. 9 months later, I lost my mother the same way. With these events, I experienced the reliance on the profession that I've called my own for over 15 years. Having been on the other side of this for countless occurrences through my time at South Metro and paramedic at Denver Health, I of course began to operate for the needs of Arvada Fire and Arvada PD, helping them get information, IDs, questions answered, knowing on both occasions after my own assessment that they had passed just outside any window of resuscitation. What I encountered was the compassion of these crews, who immediately took it on themselves to give me a hug, told me it's going to be okay, and that they'd be there for anything I needed, and that we got it. That was all it took for me to grasp the scale of what I was dealing with and let the guard down. It goes without question that the impacts of those crews on what was arguably my worst day, 2 days. Just something I will absolutely never forget, and where I find appreciation through the shattering periods of grief. So while it might be your 14th call on the back end of a 48, at 2 in the morning when you're tired, beat up, frustrated, or just done, realize that the home you're walking into and the people you're interacting with are relying on you to be the expert, to be professional, accountable, compassionate, and engaged. The impact can last forever with just 5 minutes of time to show that you genuinely care. A few words, a quick hug, just telling them they'll be okay. Thousands of calls been preparing me for what that was. It took a firefighter to set me straight as to what I should be doing. It's your demeanor, your tact, your expertise, and empathy that people are looking for. Just know that anything you do or say can be what comforts them in that moment, but need and potentially years to come. Your actions will set the tone during an extended period of time for anyone experiencing long-term hardships or in the acute setting. The 19 of you are about to start with an organization that's arguably one of the best around. You earned it, you made it to the second starting line. You've earned the red shirts and donned South Metro blue. The individual badge you'll soon receive along with the oath Chief Baker will issue solidifies these statements with the understanding that you now represent something much bigger than yourself. It's why you're here, it's what drew you to this profession and this place, and it's what you signed up for. I wish each and every one of you a career that is filled with countless forms of satisfaction and purpose-filling moments. Utilize this golden ticket to do great things. Constantly be there for each other and realize quickly that this job is not about you. It's always about others and fulfilling our mission to serve with unquestionable loyalty to those that need you. To the graduating class of South Metro Recruit 24-1, on behalf of our board of directors, your executive team, our line and staff personnel, congratulations.
Thank you, Chief. Will all uniform chiefs and recruit training officers come to the stage? Please take your positions. Any family and friends that are attending your recruit, go ahead and follow them with your recruit when they get lined up.
Academy, attention! Right, face! Forward, march!
First receipt, badge, Chris Berger. Jay Cardenas. Greg Hamilton. Colin Heller. Gabriel Cassidy. Josh Medina. Coxon. All right, Chiefs, you can take your seats. Thank you. We're going to move into the oath of office. The oath of office for the position of firefighter is one of the most sacred and endearing statements one could utter. It upholds each individual entering this noble profession to the highest standards of moral obligation and professionalism. One that is void of such activity upon the communities to which we are sworn to protect. Each firefighter here at South Metro has uttered these soon-to-be repeated words, binding us all to fulfill our commitments to the public, our community, and ourselves. Giving the oath of office this evening is Chief of South Metro, Bob Baker. Recruits, please make your way to the stage to take your oath.
Academy, attention. Right face, forward march. Left face. Right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
To support the Constitution.
To support the Constitution
of the United States.
of the United States
of America.
of America.
And the state of Colorado.
And the state of Colorado.
And to uphold the rules and regulations.
And to uphold the rules and regulations
of South Metro Fire Rescue.
of South Metro Fire Rescue.
I swear to be faithful, fair, and diligent.
I swear to be faithful, fair, and diligent
In the performance of the duties.
in the performance of the duties
Of firefighter.
of firefighter
To which I've been appointed.
to which I've been appointed.
Congratulations.
Giving the benediction tonight is South Metro Fire Chaplain Drew Schmiedel.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and honored guests, as we conclude this ceremony this evening, recognizing the outstanding achievements of these recruits that are standing here on the stage, completing their fire academy.
and beginning their careers at South Metro Fire Rescue. Let's pause for a moment of reflection and invite the spirit of gratitude into tonight. We acknowledge the dedication and exceptional work these recruits whom we honor tonight here, recognizing the virtues of courage, temperance, work ethic, and service, among many others. These values have been instilled and cultivated in them over the last 20 weeks of academy. We also acknowledge the sacrifice and dedication it takes to be here tonight. We want to thank the families, the RTOs, members of the line, our chief officers, our training staff, who have helped them get to this point tonight. We cannot do what we do without your encouragement and support. Will you bow your heads with me and pray? Dear God, we gather here today with a sense of purpose and professionalism. Let all of our personnel be guided by wisdom, humility, and gratitude. We recognize the commitment of these recruits who have been preparing to go beyond the ordinary in service to our organization and our community. We thank you for the personnel who have trained and taught these recruits, preparing them and equipping them for their careers. As they begin their journeys at South Metro Fire Rescue, we ask that you would continue to prepare and equip them, sustain them daily as they perform their duties that they have been called to. We pray for continued wisdom and guidance over our leaders. May our personnel always strive for the utmost integrity and selflessness in their duties. We acknowledge this calling as that of a servant, and that our influence reaches beyond our knowledge. We pray that we would always reflect your heart to those around us. Be here tonight as we celebrate and honor those in this room and their accomplishments. Protect and guide us. In your name we pray. Amen. Congratulations.
Cardenas, front center. Get it.
Academy, attention! 24-1, all present, accounted for. Hoorah! 19 motivated, dedicated firefighters ready to serve. Academy? Yes, sir! Yes, sir! F4! 24! Yes, sir! Yes, yes! We try! Yes! We try! Yes! We are only on it!
You are no longer recruits. Be proud of yourselves and never stop learning. Become excellent. Academy 24-1, you are dismissed.
Academy, at ease. All eyes on me, 2 claps on 3. 1, 2, 3. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. 2 claps. Who got it?
Thank you everyone for coming. Have a good night. If you want to take a picture here on the stage with the flags, you're welcome to come up.